Hello and welcome to Light Waves by Todd. In front of us with the Sofirn SK30. This is a 21700 powered everyday carry tactical flashlight. You can find this retailing on Amazon USA for $63.99, though Amazon had a coupon for $20 off, bringing the price way down to $43.99. Probably where it should stay. Sofirn's good for putting things on sale and keeping them there, so that's a good price point right there. So let's look at the box it comes in. Sofirn, nice image there, SK30, 3000 lumens, 392 meter throw, dual tail switch, nice, things I want, a tactical light. Going to the back here, we have eco, low, medium, high turbo modes, respective run times, nice, we'll go over that again, some more bullet points, and their website. Okay, in the box, we get the star of the show, the SK30, right away, nice and compact, it feels good in the hand. Yeah, just a great light, got switches in the back, front end. Yeah, just a great light. I have quite a few lights, and when you pick one up and you go, okay, that's nice, it's a good feeling. You know you're going to use it quite a bit, so yeah, you'll know once you hold it that yeah, it's definitely a comfortable light. Another nice thing, wow, is a cool holster. Now I like to see this, and a quality one too at that. So good job, Sofirn, for including a nice holster for this light. It does need it though. So also we have a charging cable, USB-C to C. Get a little extra accessory bag with a lanyard and a couple extra O-rings. And our user manual. Open it up here. So that's what we got. There you go. Illustration of the light. Got a little paragraph there if you want to read it. Technical parameters. Easily read. Impact resistance, 1 meter drop. IPX8 waterproof. Nice. It's using a 5000 milliamp hour battery. Gotta love it. I love the high capacity flashlights. I'm tending to lean towards these more than the 18650s of late. I carry a IF23 Pro by Sofirn, and I love it. More bullet points there. Going over here, we have operation instructions. You got a main switch, on, off, and half press and click to turbo, or 2 half presses to turbo. Try to show that to you. We have mode switch, that little one below it, which you have strobe function on, from off, which is nice. Press and hold, it's persistent, I believe. Then you got your switching the modes, eco to turbo. That's pretty handy. And they talk about that, and they got a battery level indicator. Okay, solid green flashing, solid red, flashing red. So, hits the red territory, you better charge it. I typically always charge mine when it starts flashing green. Alright, there you go. It's got 2 amp charge rate. Nice. It's fast. Contact information. And, yeah, zoom in on that, I guess. And then warnings if you need to know. And stay safe. You guys read those, right? Okay. Throw that aside. Throw this other little stuff aside. What else we got? Okay, that's it. All right, so let's look at the light. Bring it on down. Let's talk about dimensions real quick. So the length of the flashlight is 5.5 inches, or 140 millimeters. The head diameter is 1 1/8 of an inch, or 28 millimeters. The tail diameter is 1 1/16 of an inch, or 27 millimeters. So again, pretty compact light. Not bad at all. So let's show you how compact. I'll bring this up and we'll do a size comparison with other lights that you may have handy around the home. If you're watching this, you probably have more than one light. I'm guessing. So here we go. This is a, what is it, PokeLit Ace Beam, single AA powered flashlight. Okay, it looks kind of small compared to that light, but yeah. Battery, 18650 flat top. Another battery, a 21700 flat top. That's what this runs on. Now I did test to see if a protected 21700 would fit. It does not. So they only gave enough room for the flat top. They use these short springs, which is fine. I like flat top use anyway. And then another, we have an 18650 everyday carry non-tactical version. There's no switch on the tail. Just gives you an idea for size. This is not much bigger to carry for the extra capacity. I like that. All right, great. Let's go ahead and push these away. All right. So let's go ahead, see if I got color. I got Iron Man deck of cards for size as well. Iron Man, he's a man with a master plan. He loves Sofirns from Chinaland. Iron Man. Get the idea for deck of cards, right? Okay, cool. Let's go talk about features. Zoom it back on and down. All right, cool. So quite a few. We'll go over them real quick. On the front, we got a crenulated bezel. That almost looks like dual metal. It's kind of got a gloss finish to it, or semi-gloss. I like that compared to the matte finish of the flashlight body. Nice. We have a glass lens there that has anti-reflective coating, so you can see that when I flash it in the light there. It's got a purplish hue to it. A smooth reflector, providing some nice spill and a great spot. So you'll see that in the video I took of this flashlight in action. The LED down there was on the box. I forgot to show it to you. It's on the bottom of the box. Right there. A luminous SFT 70.2. That's providing that 3000 lumens. Awesome. It's in cool white, and they said color temperature was 6000 to 6500 K. There you are. So the body is your typical 6061 T6 aluminum alloy, and it's a Type 3 hard anodized finish. A warning, hot. It does get hot. As you can see, it lacks some heavy cooling fins. That's just to keep it nice and comfortable to carry, so you probably won't enter strobe or turbo too often because it does heat the flashlight up. Their model number and name and nice bold lettering. On the side here, you can see we got our LED. So if you turn the light on, it gives us an indication of battery. Solid green is good. Here underneath it is our charge jack, USB-C. It's got a nice heavy, as you can see, insert there to keep it watertight. So this is your 5 volts, 2 amps input. I did notice 2 amp charge rate. So it charges it fast. If you don't like it charging that fast, either take the battery out or just use a 1 amp power brick and it'll charge at 1 amp instead. So that's always nice. I always keep those other ones handy. I always kept a drawer full of those little guys. It's always handy. They have a lower charge rate if you don't want to take the battery in and out. All right, good. Get it watertight again. All right, so you got this knurling, which is nice. It's pretty grippy. But it's not, feels comfortable in the hand still because it's not super aggressive. So I like how they did that design on that one. Very nice. You got your belt clip. Somewhat deep carry, not quite all the way to the top there, but probably not necessary for using the holster, which you probably will want to with this. It has a lanyard hook point on the clip. Tail guard has 2 hook points there and there. As you can see, we have dual switches. As you can also see, the tail switch does stick up past the guard, which I kind of think is a problem. The holster does help alleviate some of that being an issue, but this is a two-edged sword. So, yeah, you could bump it and turn it on in your pocket, and that's not a good thing, especially if you have it on turbo. But the good thing is that when you pick it up, it's natural. You feel it right away, and you can get to it no matter where you pick up the flashlight. That is also a good thing. So you kind of like, that's a good thing. The other thing is not a good thing. So you got the accidentally turning it on, or when you pick it up, you have instant access. I'm going to go with the fact that I like the instant access better, just because I usually carry this in my pocket with my hand on it while I'm walking. That's me and how I use my flashlights. And this seems really natural to pick it up and grab it and have access to that tail. And you got that momentary, and you can get the turbo real quick there. Nice. I like that. So let's talk about these switches. Yeah, so they're little, rubber coated, real simple, fairly small, but they're grippy. You can feel this one looks like it's pretty knurled. It's got like a little bump textured pattern to it. It's really nice. So it's your main on-off, so you can click it on, click it off. It goes to the last use mode. So right now I think it's on eco mode. You can just do momentary, so you don't have to click it, which is nice. So forward clicky design. Except it does have that hidden turbo function, so if you do it, you can't just flash it on low real fast. You have to do like real slow. But if you do it quick, it takes you right to turbo without having to click it on, which is nice. They say in instructions to do click, click to turbo, but you don't have to engage it like that. You can just do it soft turbo like that and just hold it without making a noise. Okay, so while the light's on, you can adjust the brightness with the little secondary switch, your mode switch. So we'll go ahead and cycle it up. As you can see, eco, low, medium, high, turbo. Okay. Click it off. Now, if you can't handle flashing lights, look away. So if you press just this, it's your strobe function when the light is off. Press and hold, and it just stays there, momentary. Keep holding it. Have this cycling fast and cycling down. And then when you let go, it stops. If you want persistence, like a hands-free strobe, you can engage the light, turning it on. Press and hold the strobe mode button, and then let go, and now it stays on. But you have to have the flashlight engaged. There you are. Pretty simple, right? Yes. As simple as it gets. That's all the modes right there in a nutshell. But I really like the fact that it remembers last use mode. You can also change modes without having to click the tail. So if I two-hand this, you can hear that the secondary button is clicky. But you can change the modes, and it remembers without having to engage the main tail switch. Just half pressing it. Nice. Okay, cool. So let's set that down. So yeah, talked about the battery. Oh yeah, the battery. Let's check out the battery. Always got to see the battery using the big 21700 flat top, 5000 milliamp hour. Typical what you see in most flashlights. I like to use the moly cells. A little lower capacity, it's 4200, but you get the extra amperage you need if you want to fast charge and you're worried about it. I like fast charging these because they can handle it. And they have an output, I think, of 35 amps, 30 or 35. Yeah, big fan. Wall thickness, it's not super thick, but it'll get the job done. Spring down the bottom there for your negative terminal. And then you got a short spring on top for your positive. That's why the protected cells don't work really well in here. They just don't fit. So let's go ahead and screw this back on. But I'm okay. I'm a fan of flat tops. So okay, nice thread design there. Square threads. All right, great. IPX8 waterproof, like I mentioned, 1 meter drop resistance. So let's go ahead and head to the garage where I took this pictures of this flashlight in action, and then we're gonna head outside where I show turbo reaching some incredible distances. So let's go check it out. So here I am on the garage, 15 feet away from the garage door. The light's on turbo. It starts out at 3000 lumens for 70 seconds. Then it throttles down to 780 lumens for about 2 hours. Then its final drop down is 280 lumens for 1 hour, running the remainder of the battery out. Again, the throw is 392 meters. Excellent. Now we're going to high mode. This is 1000 lumens. Expect a runtime of 11 minutes before it throttles down to your 780 lumens for 2 hours. And again down to 280 lumens for 1.5 hours. Give me a total throw in this mode at 231 meters. Now we're in some usable modes. Medium, 350 lumens. Expect total runtime of 9 hours with no throttling and a throw of 135 meters. That's all you need on an average walk. You'll be using this setting most of the time. Now we're going to low, 150 lumens. Expect a runtime of 20 hours and a throw of 83 meters. Again, low, can be used for a lot of tasks around the home, and you probably don't need anything more than 150 or 350 on the average. Our last mode, Eco, this is 30 lumens. Expect total runtime of 42 hours and a throw of 38 meters. A good mode if you're conserving the battery. So let's head outside where I took some video of this flashlight on turbo, going from anywhere from 30 feet on up to 100 meters. Let's go check that out. Okay, I'm outside with the Sofirn SK30, turbo's 3000 lumens and throws 392 meters. Archway there's 30 feet, tree behind it is 50 feet, tree to the left there is 40 feet, tree down range there, the distance is about 100 feet. You go in between the 40-foot tree and the 100-foot tree, there's a gazebo, and that iron gazebo is about 100 meters with 2 pine trees next to it to the left. The stop sign also is 100 meters. You got adequate spill, as you can see there. Going down to the edge by the stop sign and bringing it down here. There we go. Yeah, impressive spill and throw. Love it. So let's do a desktop demo here. Go ahead and turn these lights off. Just give you an idea on low, on the eco mode. On the bench here, just give you an idea. Up close and personal. You can see it's got the cool white going on. There's our high center, a lot of spill. Kind of like a ring there. So you got this initial lighter ring, then a brighter ring. Then our hot spot. Bringing it back. Again, this is the eco mode. And it's balancing about right, the camera, to what I'm seeing in person. So yeah, nice. So quite a bit of spill there. Again, pointing at 90 degrees, bringing it in. All right, great. Let's go up to the ceiling. Go through the modes here. Low, medium, high, turbo. Turbo is, of course, lighting up the whole room. To the wall at the side. It's back to eco mode. Okay, great. And now let's do an RFI test since I am a radio channel. And then we'll do my likes, dislikes, and final opinion on this flashlight. Yeah. Turn it on.
Friday's probably a big day in terms of some of those things. I know he's working his tail off to be a component of this week. He and I talked yesterday. He expressed that directly. I'm of the mindset of supporting that. And if it's not Rogers on...
Okay, gives you an idea. It seems the medium mode is the best as the lowest RFI. Low is useful because this thing has a lot of throw and you can see your stuff on your desk using lower modes. You don't have to have it on the highest or the medium mode. Eco is good. Yeah, it was low mode, excuse me.
But also interesting to note, Neil Howard, who's the 6th round pick drafted earlier this year.
Yeah, low is the best. All right, great. So let's go ahead and turn some lights back on and do some final thoughts. Click that off. All right, back in place on your man. All right. So yeah, final thoughts. My likes, my dislikes and wants on the SK30. Just bring it on down. Okay, well, right away, beam pattern. That's amazing. When you're buying a flashlight like this, you want that throw. You want the spill. You're getting it with both. This one, I like it. I like having that, especially when I'm walking. And I don't live in a bad area. It's just nice to see what's around me. We got wildlife, nothing big, except for some bucks once in a while, some big deers. But that's about it. You might see a couple two-legged creatures walking around, but not too bad around here. But I do like having this light, a light like this with the high luminosity right on tap. That's another nice thing. I do like the fact that you can go right to turbo no matter where. If you remember, oh man, I'm not on turbo, you can get right to it if you have to without having to, worry about it. So that's also a nice thing. Like the crenulated bezel, it's nice, it's effective, and it's low profile, and it's not too sharp. So I like the fact that it's not too aggressive. Well, fast charging, 2 amp charge rate, that's great when you have batteries that can handle it, no problem. Yeah, 2 amp charge rate, fantastic, especially a light like this. You're up and going in a couple hours from empty. Including the high capacity battery is nice. Included holster is nice. Mode memory, another like. I do like the value when it's on sale, of course. The grip, I think I mentioned that a few times. Dual switch design is nice. I'm actually a fan of it, even though you might be able to turn it on in your pocket if you are carrying it on the clip. It's something to be aware of. You might want to use your holster. Yeah, if you get this light, because it does sit ever so slightly up. So if I put this on the table, it does engage before it hits the stand, unfortunately. But it's a deal breaker for some and okay for some others. So yeah, like I said, okay for me. I don't mind it too much. But that is a disc. I wish it had a higher tail guard. That's a definitely want for me. What else can I say about this? So modes while charging would be nice. I forgot to mention that. When you're charging this flashlight, there are no modes. Bummer. But so overall opinion on this flashlight, it's a great everyday carry tactical workhorse. They'll provide enough lighting modes for most use situations. So saying that, I give it a recommended thumbs up at the price of $43.99. Any higher, and I probably give it a maybe. Definitely not at retail. It's a little too much for what this is because there's so much competition in the space for these lights. But this is a good value dual switch design at $43. So if you see it at that price, snap it up. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. If you like Sofirn products and you want to see more, hit subscribe at the bell icon, get notified of future videos. And 3, comment down below what you think about the SK30. Is this something you'd pick up? Do you like the design? Dual switch? Are you a fan of the lower tail guard or a higher tail guard? Let me know on that. That's kind of nice to know. How about the carry clip is a little too shallow for you? I'm just overlooking it overall. Another big one I wanted to mention, yeah, cooling fins. Same with, what do you think about that? The lack of. It does make it more streamlined and nice to carry, but then you do lose some functionality on turbo. It doesn't run as long, gets hot quick type of thing. But you're not using that mode too often. It's just something. But I like the throw. Amazing. Let me know what you guys think. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.